buddy Jerry Schilling, who wanted to bring out a very special guest tonight. Jerry Schilling, right now.
Hey, thank you guys. Thanks for all the love. I would like to introduce this next person who I feel is the best kept secret in the Elvis world, who was in the movie you were just seeing, and we were married for years, and she's good friends with my wife now, and she has not been back here for 61 years, I believe. Sandy was a big part of when Elvis wanted to get Priscilla a horse. He asked me if he could get Sandy one, and we got 2 horses and wound up with 38. When it was the 10 Outstanding Young Americans, the picture with me and Sandy and Priscilla, Elvis, we all went together. There's so many stories I can tell, but she is true Hawaiian aloha, and this is her first time, and just give her a loving, warm welcome, Sandy Kawelo.
Sandy Kawelo. Jerry, to hear that for her, what do you think? To be able to come to these fans and be a part of our lives now, Sandy, thank you for being here.
Yeah, and well deserved. And Elvis loved this lady, I'll tell you.
Now, tomorrow at Conversations, we're going to talk in depth about Jerry and Sandy and the experiences they had while they were living here at Graceland across the street. Right now, we're going to talk about the movies. And Jerry, you're going to be back a little bit later to talk about Elvis and the movies. Thank you for bringing Sandy out.
My pleasure. Have fun.
Aloha. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, we talked on the phone a few weeks ago, and you said, I've never really done this. I've never really shared my experiences about Elvis. Will they care about what I have to say? And I think you can see that they do. Now, like I said, tomorrow we're going to discuss, your relationship with Jerry and Elvis and just the world of Elvis that you were a part of, especially at the mansion. But right now we're talking about Paradise Hawaiian Style. First of all, you were a dancer in the film. How did you get your role? And what was it like for Elvis coming to Hawaii? I mean, obviously you guys knew who Elvis was, but he had a great love of Hawaii, and you became a part of that film. How did that happen? Tell us.
I was a student at the college there called...
Put your mic up. There you go.
I was a student.
She's new at this.
I'm new at this. I have no idea. I have to hold it like this. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was a student at BYU Hawaii. At that time, it was called Church College of Hawaii. And I had attended, I was in my freshman year there. So during the summer, I auditioned to become a dancer at the Polynesian Cultural Center, and I ended up as a dancer there. And so it was such a blessed time, because this could have happened to any of you. That being a student somewhere and someone coming to film, and all of this magic could have happened to you. Well, I was just blessed to be there at the right time, and we didn't know, being a dancer, we had all of these tourists that come through, but they were there filming for a whole week, and we as dancers did some of the things that you saw the big group, we were a big group of students, and we were all students from all over Polynesia, not only Hawaii. They came from Tonga, Tahiti, Samoa, Fiji, the Maoris from New Zealand, all over. And wonderful, wonderful experience being there as a dancer. But to have Elvis and them come there to film was something new, and we were all so excited. Couldn't believe that he was stepping up on our stage. And but so
And Hawaii at that time was a very new state, had been admitted to the Union and to America and a part of America, but it was still a very exotic place for most Americans. We had not been there yet when Elvis was bringing us those scenes from Hawaii and of the people and the culture of Hawaii. And it must have been wonderful for you in Hawaii to see someone like Elvis helping get the message out about your state.
and he truly embraced all of the Polynesian people. All of us who were there dancing, you know, he enjoyed it and he participated. He just got in there and wanted to beat the drums and he was dancing, you know, and those drums were huge drums, you know, being a part of there and dancing on top of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Was he a good dancer?
Oh yeah, sure. You guys know what he danced.
Yeah.
All fell in love with him.
Yeah. How much of we were talking with Robin and Gavin about when Elvis was on location shooting, there was always crowds around. Did that happen in Hawaii on location when he was shooting? Were there just fans and crowds that kind of always knew where he was?
No, because they had to limit it. The people from coming in, it was before, you know, they just closed the center.
Yeah.
And we just had the show at the evening time, then we had a big show, Polynesian show. How many of you have been to the Polynesian Cultural Center? It's a fabulous place to be. And it's such a different theater that they have now than they did, you know, then.
Yeah.
It was more quaint when we were there, but we thought it was the best place to be. You know, being students and going to school and then having these as a summer job. And I only worked there for, 6 months? I only worked there for 6 months, then I fell in love. You know? And you all know who?
We can understand. We can understand.
And, you know, I came to the mainland and it was, you know, left that world behind, dropped out of school, but it could have happened to any one of you. What happened to me? It was a magical experience, you know, to live here at Graceland and to be a part of this
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
What was that like? I'm use the term culture shock to go from Hawaii to Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, really? I mean, I had no idea about being cold, okay? Because it's so warm there, and I was coming here in December. And not knowing, I said, okay, I know I'm gonna need a coat. You know, what kind of winter coat do I have? Am I gonna buy?
Mm-hmm.
And so I go to Liberty House, which is now a Macy's in Hawaii. You know, no longer Liberty House, but Macy's. And I buy this coat for me, and I thought it was a nice warm coat about this length, you know, and I go put it on and I come here and I said, oh my gosh, this isn't going to do anything. It was a rain jacket. A black rain jacket that I thought would have kept me warm.
Yeah.
But anyway, we went out to buy something and I borrowed something of Priscilla's for a while, you know, to hang out in the winter.
Yeah.
But it was totally snowy. I mean, when I got here, yeah, there on Graceland's the front lawn was a big, you know, life-size nativity scene and all of that. Very special and something that I'd never seen before.
I'm going to ask the question that everyone's thinking right now. How's this heat compared to Hawaii?
You know, it's so much hotter here than it is in Hawaii, but Hawaii, because of the climate change, I have to bring that in. Even Hawaii has changed. We're definitely warmer, tides are different, fruits bloom differently, flowers bloom differently, you know, it's all earlier now. Things happen so much earlier because of that climate change. It's really affected us. But the people still come, you know, oh yeah, come and enjoy it. And yeah.
You told me when we were talking that you had so many memories of Memphis and things like that, and you'd never been able to share them, and it had been so long since you've been back, and you asked me about a friend of yours, Pat West, and I got you two in touch, so hopefully you're going to meet up this weekend. I would just think for you to be here and to be able to see an old friend like that, and to be back in this area and to see, and And to be a part of, after Elvis being gone for so long, to know that we're all still out here.
I know. And it's amazing to see the enterprise and how huge it's got. His name lives on forever, you know, and it's just, he's smiling down at all of you to be here, you know, really, to enjoy and embrace the memory of him. It's really an honor. I know that he's looking down on all of you and thanking you for being here.
Yeah.
Really, it's really.
And
But Pat West, just to connect with Pat, Red West's wife, when she called me, I got a text from her just yesterday, you know, and not knowing, but I had spoken to Tom about who's around. Is there anyone that I can see when I was here living in Memphis? And then he connected, gave her my phone number, and I said, oh my gosh, is this really Pat? You know? Yeah, and it was, and she called me, and I called her back. She texted me, that's why, and left me a message. And I wasn't sure, you know, if it really was her or not. But when I thought about it, I said, I'm going to call that person back, and if it's really her, we're going to make it happen, that maybe we can have lunch together.
Good.
I'd love to see her. It's been 60 years since I've been back to
And you told me that in the years since in Hawaii, you had a family. You brought your son with you on this trip to experience all of this with you. And you talked about have been times in Hawaii that you've maybe seen a photo of Elvis with your family, and might have been that photo that we saw right there with you standing with Elvis. You would tell me at the Pacific Cultural Center that there was a photograph on the wall.
About maybe 15 years ago, I was, what photo is that? Over there.
Yeah.
There was a photo like that at Polynesian Cultural Center of myself and another dancer, Elvis in the middle of us. And she just so happened to be at the Cultural Center when I went there to visit, not knowing that she was there. But she told me, Sandy, come, I've got to go show you something. And she took me to, there was a shop there that had all Elvis memorabilia. And there in the front, when we went to the shop, was this picture, so she and I stood next to it, side by side, the before and the now. You know, it was so funny seeing that there. Yeah, how we've changed.
Before and after, beautiful both.
Oh.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.